Welcome to the Sports Radio Music Show with me, the Gabbie on Sports Radio Birmingham, supporting B1%, and joining me tonight in the pavilions, my home, my spiritual home, Leo GoldenChild. How are you, mate? And welcome to Kingshurst.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm fine, thank you. What about yourself?
And where are you from? I'm fine, I'm well, I'm dandy.
Good.
We're going to be talking about what you're doing, where you've come from, all about what you are, and about the Kingshurst P-Fest 14 that you're going to be involved in as well.
Where do I begin?
Home.
Hometown.
Where do you begin? Where are you from?
I'm originally from South Yardley,
Yeah.
not too far from the Swan, the Swan Centre. Began creating music with my mum started performing, gospel choirs, toured from Belgium to Germany. I showed an interest and just basically kept up with it, still unsigned and just trying to push my craft really.
Yeah. So Belgium and Germany, you've been there, or your mother went there?
My mum went there. That's where she toured with her choir.
Yeah.
And I only really recently saw her events when I was younger, throughout London and Manchester, where I used to just watch and observe, and I just took an immediate liking to it and wanted to create music. It was my passion, my sense of release, and so I really took a part in making a commitment for it.
So music has always been deep in your soul.
Yeah.
You've got that from your mother, from that side of the family.
Indeed.
And that's what's brought it out. Leo GoldenChild. Where does the GoldenChild come from?
Well, Leo stands for, in Cuban, it stands for as strong as a lion. And my granddad was Cuban, and we saw him as the head of my family, so I wanted a name that, rectified him, and so it did. GoldenChild is a fairly hard name to understand. It's to do with my older brother passed away, and I was seen as the child that made it through. With so much difficulties, I still managed to stand still and stand tall today, and it's really the caliber of my family name, to be honest. So GoldenChild is what I'm known as.
Describe your music. What kind of an artist are you? I know you're a bloody good one, but you tell me what kind of artist.
I'm a type of artist that I express myself. I say how I feel, and there's no time limit. There's no stopping about what I'm going to say next. It's unique. It's crazy. It's out there, and it's me. I wouldn't put myself under a category of hip hop, R&B, or gospel. I'm experimental. I'm open to options.
Do you play the guitar? Do you play the drums? Do you play the bass? Do you play the instruments? Or are you just kind of a cappella?
I would, at the moment, I'm currently learning an instrument. I'm not really allowed to say at the moment, but
Come on, you can tell me, Gabba.
Well, I'm currently learning how to play the piano at the moment.
Play,
just trying to break a few avenues. But at the moment, I'm just writing my own songs and just trying to perfect my voice, perfect my craft, because I do a lot of poetry as well. So, it's mainly my voice is my instrument, in all honesty.
Difference between a poem and a song? Only the music, surely.
Indeed. But I always say to people, in order to make a song, you have to be a poet to create a song. That's how I see it. So I'd say the music, really, just the rhythm. That's it.
Where do you get your inspiration from? You're writing a poem. If I says to you, Leo, go and write me a poem about that tree down the bottom of the garden.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you probably wouldn't. You must get your inspiration from something that you passionately believe in, because that's where all the great poetry comes from.
Indeed. Emotions, a lot of my emotions. I like to think about a situation or a scenario that's occurred, whether it be something to do with my mum, whether it would be something that I went through within the day or with a few years back. I have to drain emotion, take a look at the image, and then rectify it, stab it.
Tell me about your mother, because we've been going now for 4 minutes, bang on. You've mentioned your mother twice. Obviously a massive influence.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your mother.
My mum, Patricia Richards, single parent, decided to leave my dad at a young age, and so what it was really and truly, she had illnesses, strokes, epileptic fits, TIAs, clot on the brain, nearly passed away. Got her walking back, got her talking back, showing me what hard work's all about, and really she's the person why I'm so firm, and why I think, this is why I'm here today. This is why I need to create music. And she's my standing ovation. She's never really pressured me. She's always said, perfect your craft, and if this is what you want to do, if you want to be a musician, if you want to be a bin man, continue to do it. And she's my standing ovation. She's my world.
Now, as a young lad, you was your mother's carer as well, wasn't you?
Yeah, at a young age, a very young age. You're talking as young as the age of 11.
Yeah.
Coming home from school, seeing her passed out on the floor, not knowing what to do, having to do CPR at the age of 13 on one occasion, which enabled me to then go into studying into the medical profession.
And today, you've passed out and you are a qualified paramedic as well, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm qualified to do paramedic science, to be a paramedic, mental health work, physio. Any medical door that I want to walk through, I can. It's safe to say that I can walk through those doors.
So when all these girls are falling at your feet, so I mean, I'm looking at you now. I mean, them pecs, they are like tree trunks, aren't they?
They are.
They're like my waist.
Oh,
your
man.
pecs.
It didn't come natural because a lot of it came from I faced a lot of bullying in school.
Okay.
My school was a school that was based around the lighter skinned you were, the better looking you were, or the more capable you were of achieving something. And so I tried to. What school was that?
Am
I allowed to say names?
Of course you are.
Yeah, sure. Hodge Hill.
Okay.
I'll say it straight away. Hodge Hill. That was a school. They didn't really take a lot of time out for me. They saw me as I think they saw me as more of a, if I can say this without being political,
of course you can.
Of a rebellious pupil, in a sense of not attending lessons.
You were Gabbie.
I wouldn't say Gabbie. I wouldn't say.
Was.
Well, I had. Yeah. I mean, when I was in school, little did they know, when I was leaving school, I was going home to have to look after and clean my mum, or sometimes my mum not being there. So school was my only means of enjoying myself, whereby at home should have been my means of enjoying myself, if that makes sense.
So that school for you was your release.
Indeed.
And you probably released it a little bit too much. But when you actually look behind the person, when you look at what the person is all about, then you understand the problems that person encounters.
Indeed.
And then what happens, the behaviour becomes a little bit more clearer.
It does. There was in that school I had a teacher called Mr. Zange. He used to take me out of my classes and we used to have one-to-ones and stuff.
Yeah.
He slightly realised, but obviously prior to that there was a teacher called Mrs. Farrell who taught me how to read and write, and she said to my mum, God rest her soul, he's going to be an artist, he's very creative, he's got a good way of talking, he's going to go far. And I know she's still watching me what I'm doing today, so it's there were only two teachers that really took an understanding to what my problem was, really what my issue was.
Now you say creative, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Oh, okay.
I'm right-handed. Yeah, that's. But she always said I had a weird imagination, in the sense of, if you were to show me blue, I would see purple. If you showed me purple, I would see red. If you showed me circle, I would see a square. I always used to think outside of the box.
And you were a bleeding rebel by the centre when we had problems at school.
Well, in school, my writing was always. I used to write backwards. I used to write backwards in school. Yeah, my lettering was all over the place, and she took time out to perfect it. And I really perfected it because I like to read. I like to read a lot of poetry at that point. Yeah. A poet that I always talk about now is a poet called Benjamin Zephaniah. I'm not too sure.
Top lad.
Yeah,
I know Ben.
That's someone that I recently I started studying and taking a look into. Not just for the fact that he turned down an OB, just for the fact that he is so passionate about his craft as much as I am. So. Yeah.
I think Benjamin, if we're talking about him turning down the OBE, I think he turned it down because it's the establishment.
Yeah, he didn't want the establishment.
And I think people, personally, I'm quite similar. A bit rebellious, a bit gobby, a bit in your face, say it as you see it, and the establishment sometimes are perceived to be the others, and we're outsiders.
I mean, a lot of with a lot of musicians and a lot of people do it for the whole fame and fortune, whereby like you've just said, keyword. He didn't want to be. It's not seen as an establishment for him. He's done it. Yeah, I've done it. I don't need an award for it. Like, this is what I enjoy doing. And so that's someone that hit my pinnacle of wow. Well, I'm also trying to be a bit more original and a bit more passionate. I've even said to my manager, Mark Tallis, if I was ever approached by a label, I'll turn it right down. I wouldn't want to be signed. I wouldn't want anything to do with a label. I want to be independent. That's what I'd always want to be. And I want to be at that point where I can say, nah, I don't want it. I don't want that label.
Do you not think, though, the job of a label should be, like that teacher, to take you out and to listen to you and to nurture the talent? And if you want to release that song on that label, go ahead and do it.
Well, I mean by that, if in terms of that, the only label I'd say that would meet that section for me would be a publishing deal, whereby I have my own rights to be creative and to work alongside any artist that I could work with. Really, I mean, what I'm seeing a lot with artists now is they're crying out for management. I need management in headers and in the names and in the footers. I need a manager, or looking for a label. Like you don't need a manager or a label. If they approach them, they approach you. But maybe might have an aggression towards the labels because I'm thinking people are too desperate to be signed, and it's not about being signed. It's not about being signed, and I think it takes the fun away from being creative.
I think it's what's important is to be able to cut a record, to be able to be played on a radio station, and to be able to be listened to. Because I think that the industry, by and large, lets you kids down. Unless you're a certain type, unless you've been on X Factor, or possibly The Voice, or one or two of these other programmes, you stand little or no chance of getting your music heard on radio, which is what radio was invented for in the first place.
Now, I agree. A lot of the work we've done together, me and Mark, we've worked along a lot of X Factor finalists, a few to mention, Union J, etc. And they do walk around with the charisma of, I am the ultra ego. I am, and so I totally agree. I totally understand with what you're saying. That could turn political.
I do politics. I love political. I love ruffling feathers, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about opinions.
Well, changing it.
Yeah.
It's about what you are.
Yeah. Well, I've said I strongly believe that it's ruining industry. It's overcrowding the industry in the X Factor in a sense of it's not allowing raw unsigned talent to blemish through. It's making a block. I mean, every time they're releasing 4 acts every year, it's blocking another. It's shorting it down. So, X Factor every year, that's another 4 acts. So I have to take a seat back and think, how am I going to get around these artists? No, it's hard to create that noise. So it does prove difficult, and it's going to get harder. I could definitely say it's going to get harder.
Talk me through some of the venues that you've played recently, and your music that you've got out. How can I usually use this? I usually have this at the end, but I want to get it in the middle. How do we hook up with Leo GoldenChild?
Okay, Leo GoldenChild. There's a website we've got that you can just find everything on. All the W's. LeoGoldenChild.co.uk, where you'll find biography, pictures, events, gigs, different lineups, what I'm up to date with. We also have a Twitter, which is in capitals UK Leonardo UK in capitals. So that's in capitals UK Leonardo and UK in capitals. Also prior to that, YouTube, all the W's.youtube.com/Leonardo Music 100. But if you do a Google search, Leo GoldenChild, everything will list. You can just Google my name and it will all list on Google.
What I'm going to do now is I can see your gaffer Mark.
Okay.
You say I can see things out the corner of my eye, and he's writing things down meticulously. Right. So what I'm going to do, instead of writing it down, I'm going to go with the microphone, and he's going to tell me what he's wrote down. How are you, mate?
I'm very well. How are you?
Are you a local lad to Kingshurst like myself?
Yeah, same as you, mate.
Corrincroft and Island Gardens.
Don't give the number out.
No, we don't. I mean, that's when we're at the pavilions here. This is our spiritual home.
Yeah.
There ain't an area on the planet like Kingshurst. I don't think.
No, agree. Yeah, down to earth, salt of the earth. You've
got another down to earth, salt of the earth geezer here, and the great thing about Leo, he only drinks Coke. He's great to take out as well, isn't he?
I'll take him anywhere.
What's he like to manage?
I fell into management.
Yeah,
I've been a singer, compere DJ, 25 years. Never have I wanted to be a manager because, to be honest, most of the people you meet, they're not genuine.
Yeah.
They're in it for the fame, they're in it for the money, they're in it for the sleeping around. Not interested in that. Never done it myself, so I'm not interested in it myself either. Leo, I met him about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. He was working at Marks and Spencer's, where he still works.
Yeah.
So he's still true to what he needs to earn as well. I'd been doing, I think I'd done 2 gigs running. I'd got another gig that night. I was in the queue. I was yawning. And it was as simple as that. He said, "Oh, you've been working hard?" "Yeah, I've just done 2 gigs running. I've got another one tonight." "Gigging? What'd you do?" Told him. "I'm looking at getting into that." And it was purely as simple as that.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, for me, it's not about your talent. It's about your willpower."
Yeah.
There's a lot of businesses, a lot of people in this business that will knock you back, your resilience and your confidence. Not arrogance, confidence. There's a big difference.
Yes.
Confidence and belief doesn't have to be arrogance, where most people go wrong. They'll get on that stage and look at me. You've lost straight away. You might be in it for 12 months, but then you're gone. With Leo, you just, when you're talking to him, when you're looking at him, there's something behind the eyes. There's something that just continues with him. And I've said, "Look, if you ever want any help, give me a call." And I meant it. And he rang me probably about 3-4 weeks after. I had a chat with him. I said, "For me, it's not about not being able to sing or your confidence in your voice. It's not letting that confidence out. Mindset more than the actual talent itself." So I said, "Look, why don't you and your mum come round to mine? I'll give you some vocal coaching. I'm not a qualified vocal coach, but for me, it's more mindset, life guru, that sort of thing." And from that, I think from that moment, it clicked in him. Just a few words. The down to earth of me. I'm not bothered about fame, even if they know my name. It's about what you're giving back. You feel good about yourself. Job done. Tick the box. And then he went off, did his own stuff, and I don't think we met for about another 3 years. We don't even know how we met again. Don't even know the phone call, the day, why, how. We just know that we got back together, and it was like it had been a week since we'd spoke. That was all. And I was interested in what he was doing, the family side, the warmth of it, and we just simply hooked up. And I went, "Look, I'll help you however I can." And we was about 3 or 4 months in, and he kept saying, "Be my manager." "No, I don't want to be your manager." I said, "I don't want to make a penny out of you. We're not contracted. I will never make a penny out of him. If he wants to pay my mortgage off in 30 years' time, brilliant, no problem. But I don't. If you do something for the money, the message is diluted. You lose the point, you lose that reason you're doing it, and you lose yourself." So I said, "I'll help you whatever I can," and ended up getting gigs for him, school tour that we'll talk about in a bit. The school tour, flyers, sponsors, just because I was enjoying it. And it was a break from my life, from my day job, my gigs. It was something else that you could put yourself into. And someone kept saying to him, "Who's this Mark Dallas? Who's this Mark? Who's this manager? He's doing more than the manager would." And I kept saying, "I don't want to be a manager." But then I'm actually thinking, I'm doing more than a manager would, but with heart, meaning, passion, to make him successful. But the reason I started was I know the business. There are sharks. There are the wrong uns in there. He calls me a wrong un. There's the wrong uns in there that will misguide him, misrepresent him, make money out of him. It ain't happening on my watch. I'm a local lad. We look after people. You know what I mean? It ain't happening. I don't want to make a penny out of him. It'll get to a stage where we've got to a certain level of his career. I probably can't give him much more, but I'll always be on his back, or got his back. There'll be another manager that will take him further, and I'll gladly hand him over. You know what I mean? Because he needs more to further his career, and to be known, to feel I know I'm part of his career, and got into a stage, brilliant. And the school tour, I think, has probably been one of the most grounded things we've ever done. Not just to get the message across of how he's got to where he has from where he was, but the people that we've had come back to us on that, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds just leaving school. If they didn't connect with someone, they'd never talk to anyone. There's people around the country, we can't go into names, we're talking to schools, we're talking to them, that have been almost taking their own life. And Leo's been to their school. It's changed them. And they're emailing us, they're messaging us. We've got to be careful on how we reply because of this world is dodgy. We're not going to get tarnished the same. We will help anyone. But you've got to be careful how you answer them. Private messages, DMs on Twitter, Facebook messages, things like that. But you can't just ignore them. So we answer them honestly. We answer them openly. And there's been people that have said, you've got to let Leo know how much his lyrics mean. My mum and dad are splitting up. I harm myself. I get bullied. I was going to take my own life, and then Stay Positive come on. And it's cliched. It sounds corny. It sounds like staged and scripted. It's not. It's real life stuff. You don't realise what's out there when you're just merrily going on doing what you're enjoying doing. Your passion's there. You look up and you look at the impact and the influence it's had, and it takes your breath. So we started out going to these schools, no charge, because you start charging for a message. They question the message. Is it real? Are they doing this for the money? Are they doing this for progression? No, not at all. It was the right thing to do. The schools have now said, you can't do this for free. We have people, health and safety, coming in here for a full day for 450 quid, and it bores us. The message and the impact you're doing, please, you've got to charge us something. We're not. We're charging expenses and a bit towards flyers. That's it. We never want to make money out the school tour. His music career will take him a certain direction that he'll earn money. When it's right, when it's ready, when it's at that level. You only asked me one question.
Oh no, blimey! You've got more than me, don't you, Leo? I'm a local lad. We're all the same in Kingshurst and Shamsley. Tell me about what it means to you for the school tours, and also about Stay Positive and what that message is to the kids that you're giving it to.
For me, the school tour is something that it's mandatory. It's something that I wish that I had in school. You know, I tackle anti-bullying, I tackle, staying positive, I tackle family problems at home, I tackle not, battling with self-image. And, really, I'm trying to be the person that's a role model / a bigger brother. Stay Positive is a song that I wrote whereby I had a time in my life where I was down and out, hated my self-image, hated my life at home, hated school, hated the fact that I couldn't amount to someone that I wanted to be. Felt like I let the world down. I didn't want to be here. Yeah. I just wanted to be non-existent. I used to, stay in my room, shut the curtains, cut over my head. I didn't really want to be here until I decided to take that moment to write something very passionate. And so I came out with Stay Positive, and it's gone viral. It's literally gone viral. My latest single. That's.
Blimey. When you say viral, how many people has it touched?
I've been onto sites. I've Googled the song and it's already appearing on trends in America. Radio plays. I don't know. Yeah. The levels are just. You can ask Mark. The levels of it is ridiculous. We've had encounters with Ambassador Pro that want me to be an ambassador for an anti-bullying campaign through Stay Positive. All kinds of anti-bullying campaigns have contacted us through that site. It's viral and it's a positive message, delivering something so good. It's unreal. It's a way for pupils when they come back from school to listen to and to unfold, and that you are counted in this world. I believe everybody in this world is counted. We all have a place and we all have a talent, and that's what it's about. Beauty can be displayed by the mindset of an individual, which is most desirable. Love life, Leo. At the start of the song, it's kinda sad, thinking about the things that I probably could have had. Never had a dad, look, it's no joke. Had pain and stress, but now I'm holding on to hope. Look, Mom lately died, but she's alive. All the happiness and all the joy inside. I was down and out, I guess I needed help. So you could call this the reason why I'm crying out. Look, I nearly took an overdose and ended my life. There's nothing more to say, cause now I'm on the same stage as Uni and Jay. I just wanna say thank you to the people around. Shouts to Zara and Bex, cause you're holding it down. There will never be a day when I'm down and out. This is the main reason why I'm crying out. This is the main reason why I'm crying out, Leo.
Even though I'm on the road, nearly going glow to glow, I can't lie because I'm still in my zone. I stay positive, I stay positive,
Leo.
Stay positive,
GoldenChild.
Stay positive.
Let it breathe. Being
Being told by my teachers that I won't get far. Rest in peace, little Georgia, you know who you are. All the love that fans gave me, I'm so damn glad. Got me thinking to myself that making up for my dad. Realize all the joy, I ain't trying to be cool. Reminiscing on the bullying I faced in school. Yes, I hoped and I prayed. Now I'm working with a close friend of Uni and Jane. It's no lies, yeah. Yes, I cried, but all the fans are made up for it inside. And if I go, I hope you know that my music's like a rope, so don't let go. Okay, it's an honor to sing, and it's an honor to shout. This is the main reason why I'm crying out. It's an honor to sing, it's an honor to shout. This is the main reason why I'm crying out.
Even though I'm on the road, nearly going glow to glow, I can't lie because I'm still in my zone. I stay positive, I stay positive, I stay positive, stay positive.
A big thank you to M, Kirsty, Paula, and most memorable, A.R. Muller. I love you all, Leo.
And the beauty of that is, in this day and age, with the social networking sites of Twitter and Facebook, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's a very convenient way of getting messages out there, and all someone needs to do is just go, bump. And that's as simple, isn't it? Share it or retweet it.
It is. I mean, you know, the click of a button can be that life changing moment for that person, which we've experienced already. So the song is testimony, really. So it's testimony to a lot of people, and I'm going to continue making positive music. That's what I'm about doing. It's keeping me alive and it's keeping me kicking, so I'm going to continue to do that.
Tell me about some of your other songs that you've penned.
Another song of mine is called Break Free. Break Free is a song relating back to my mum again, whereby on my 18th birthday she had a stroke, was in hospital. I never got to see her for my 18th birthday. The following day I got there, she had like balloons around her bed and stuff. She couldn't say my name because she didn't have the ability to talk. That was really an emotional time for me, so I just took that time out just to write. And I wrote a song called Break Free, and I used to. It was weird because a lot of my time was spent jogging, because I used to do a bit of boxing, so I used to do jogging, go home and write, and I'd find myself in the pouring rain just jogging, crying, and then hitting the pads and then just writing. And that song Break Free is a song that I just wrote purely about my mum, and I've had so much people that are like, I can relate to that. In which we was approached by a label in London. I performed it once, and I refused it. They wanted to take the song, keep me on the verse, but change the chorus for somebody else. But I said there's a message to it, and I will never release that. So I turned that right down. But that's another song on Break Free. That's viral as well.
And where are you going this summer? Because there's festivals. We're going to be leading up to Kingshurst at Peak. That's where we're going, mate. There's a contract. You bloody well sign it.
Apart from the biggest festival ever, Kingshurst Peak Festival, 14.
2nd of August.
The 2nd of August, isn't it? 2nd of August. We only just finalised that date today, isn't it? We've got Ozfest, which is in a place called Oswestry. The 10th of August. Major acts there. I don't know if you want me to list.
Yes, I do. I want to hear all about what you're doing. And
you've got Union J, Luke Friend,
Wiley,
Elijah Fox, Wilkinson, Conor Maynard. There's a lot of mainstream artists, and I'm going there as a support artist. I've seen them all before. It's another time for them to embrace raw talent. That's in a nutshell. They're artists as much as I am. So that's in Oswestry. So that's a big one to look out for. We've got tons, haven't we? Literally the list overflows. We've got Liverpool for is it celebrity football match? Soccer.
Celebrity.
Let's have a word with the gaffer again.
Soccer UK. Audio Fest in Towin. You've got Ozfest again on the 10th. We've said that. View My Gig.
Oh, you've heard about they're big on Twitter, aren't they? View My Gig.
He started probably 12 months, 10 to 12 months ago. For me, he's going to be an unsigned ambassador. So I think you two would get on like a house on fire. Adam Corns. He's now a manager of Mark Williams.
Okay.
For me, started out because he got a passion. Mm-hmm. That passion grew. It could get out of hand.
Yeah.
But I want him to keep true to what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Be a manager of one person.
Yep.
You can put all your time into that one person because you believe in them. Mm. For me and Leo, I totally believe in him. If someone else said, and I've had it, can you manage me? No. I'm going to split my time. I'm going to split my passion. I'm going to split my resources. I can't do it. You stay with who you believe in. As far as Adam goes, he's an unsigned artist, unsigned ambassador.
Yeah.
It came about, those words just came out of my mouth a few months, well, probably about 6 months ago, and I totally believed it. He put so much time into promoting unsigned artists, and he's coming out with some great acts.
In Birmingham or further afield?
Further afield as
Yeah,
well.
sure.
And I think, I like the fact that it's further afield, because he's not limiting it to
Same
himself.
here.
You know what I mean? He's not just saying, like we're saying, we're Kingshurst.
Yeah.
But we would support people that need that support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Adam is one of those people. Mm-hmm. Family man, 3 kids, a wife. I think he lives, like, he's not far away.
Yeah.
Wolverhampton, Telford, that sort of way. But the support he's given to Leo is brilliant.
Yeah.
He can recognise good talent, which is why he gives the support to him.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I'm talking to him, we're both down to earth. It's like talking to you, down to earth. When people don't get above the station, it is totally, you just want good people around you.
Yeah.
The moment they're not, you cut them out of your life. You know what I mean? But Adam ain't one, he's not that sort of person.
Yeah.
But view my gig. We've got a gig up in 29th of June in Birmingham at the Institute.
Okay.
Some great acts on there.
Tell me
We
about
Are
some of the
Michael
others.
Airy.
Okay.
Have you heard of them?
No.
I know it's a boy band. You're not a big fan of boy bands?
I don't do boy bands, to be fair.
Not what I've heard. I'm joking.
2 little boys.
We're not in court now.
I tell you, that was a win. When he,
Not right, is it?
He stood up and started singing Jack the Pig. I'd have locked him
Yeah,
up
I think
for
he
that.
was stuck on the question. So did you touch his the boys? Oh, there was 2, was there? We've got those. We've got. We're in London. Actually, this is another aspect to what we're talking about. 1st of July.
Yep.
We're in London, talking to an anti-bullying campaign. Mm-hmm. Big organisation, the Diana Awards and things like that, and they've contacted us because they like what Leo's doing, the positive message. So we're going to go down there and talk to them about how we can work with them, promote their message, promote our message at the same time. 3rd of July, we're at Meal Brace, which is a school tour. Lovely school, year 8. But it's just, without that, you're just having a career.
Yeah.
That gives meaning to the career. Mm-hmm. The 12th of July, we're at in Shrewsbury again. We do a lot in Shrewsbury and Telford because they've embraced him.
Yep.
And while
Do you
the
get that
support's
same
there,
embracing in Birmingham and he's in his home city?
we've not been around Birmingham much. All of
right.
a sudden, it just seems to have taken us to Shrewsbury, Telford, Wolverhampton, London, Manchester, Liverpool, and we've said, hold on.
Where's Birmingham?
Yeah. What about petrol? Let's stay. Let's walk to a gig.
Yeah, the bleeding bus, couldn't we, in Birmingham?
For me, there are that many real people, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Why overlook them? We didn't mean to be like that.
Yeah,
it just means that the success. If you get a gig in London, other gigs are going to come from London.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get some thinking Birmingham. So with this festival, that is the Kingshurst P-Fest 2014 on the 2nd of August.
Tell me all about this, Mark.
Seriously.
This is hot off the press, isn't it?
The passion just exuberates from everywhere from us now. We're going to do. We were going to do it earlier, but the 2nd of August now. There's going to be Gary from the Pavilions, Gabbie Interviews. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Paul Collins, great lad.
Yeah, he's some little wind-up person, isn't he?
Yeah, he puts himself down, but I tell you what, he's worth more than he thinks. Myself and a few others are going to actually put this event together.
Yeah.
It's going to be a day of fun, family, community spirit, festivities. If you want to eat, get down there. If you want to play football, get down there. If you want to see great, unsigned, natural, unrivaled talent, get down there. And it's all about for James Freeman. It's going to be an aid of James Freeman to raise money for treatment he needs, for a better standard of life, for... And I'm not going to go into too much. It's not for depression, but James Freeman, keep that name in your mind. It's all about James Freeman, okay? That's what we're going to be doing on there. We're going to be advertising it, putting it through flyers. We're going to do an annual event. So don't just come down for one thing, it's going to be fun. Get that diary in your diary. Get that date in your diary. We're going to do it every single year.
And we're going to have a stage as well, aren't we?
You're joking?
Yeah.
Are we going to have a good PA?
We're hoping that O'Reilly's
my life.
put the stage up.
O'Reilly's, if you're listening, please, you did such a good job last year.
And the Colour Six, they're going to sort out the PA.
Oh, John's good at that.
Russ and the boys and John
yeah.
and that, superb PA. And I think we're going to call the stage the B1% stage.
I love
Raising
it.
awareness
Yeah.
for B1%.
Liking that as well.
Me old mate Steve
Yeah.
Pilgrim. And also, it just so happens that we've got an EP, a charity EP.
No way!
I think we're going to launch it the same day, brother.
Who's DJ?
I think you are.
No
way. That's the way that things just fall into place.
Yeah.
It's people that know people.
Yeah.
That, I mean, Leo, going back to Leo, you know a few dancers as well, man, and we've got Girlesque. We're going to ask Girlesque, you know. You've already checked them up on Twitter, haven't you?
It's just you know, I know a few, well, a local girl group that do dancing, and then I know of 2 other dancers as well. Young, about the 2 guys are about 10 to 12, really good level, and the other girls are from a college class, 23 onwards, and they've been practicing, and just looking for that break.
Give it them.
So, you know, why not? It's local talent. Let's give them
You know what I'm saying? You're talking together.
Radio era. So,
we keep that in.
Yeah, okay.
Keep it all
Can we bleep that out?
No, we just keep it in.
So, so I'll bring them along, and I'm happy for it's something positive. It's for a good cause. You know, nice people, good food, good friends, good family there. So let's make this happen.
And the essence and the message is, you know, we all can make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, if we're all independent, things don't happen. You know, you've got artists, they're not played on the radio. We have got a radio station, and we will play this music.
What's the name of that radio station?
Sports Radio.
Love it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's different.
How'd you find it?
Fantastic. Oh, you mean on the dial?
Yeah, please, yeah.
It's quite simple, actually, because we're on the internet. It's all the W's, sports-radio.co.uk, and you can get us on tuning as well. So if you, I mean, Leo, you know all about tuning, don't you? Talk us through tuning. You get on these mobile phones that you kids have. When me and him were little boys, right, we had nothing like that. You go on there and you just go bang, tune in, hit it, and it's on your mobile phone, and you put the earphones in and you can listen to sports radio. As simple as that. And we're going to come and do a big event on the day as well, so we're going to be backing it. It's a massive venture between all of us. Together we make a difference.
I think it's definitely brilliant that, you know, you're the person to come towards the calling we needed. This is what we needed. This is what the music scene needs. So, you know, it's prosperous. It's prosperous. Yeah, definitely. And I think once, you know, yourself, you carry on, continue to push, I think there's going to be loads of others that are going to be willing to help as well. Well,
there's so many bands and artists, people that I've hooked up with and linked up and playing the music people around this country, not just Birmingham, as you say, because our hub is Birmingham, but we reach out far away, even to other countries. You know, we've got a fan club in Indonesia.
Jeez.
No, we haven't, but just say we haven't.
That sounded good, though.
No, but it's a big world, is what I'm trying to say. It's not just about Birmingham and England. It's all over the place, mate.
You know, we're talking about message and the feeling, the people, the connection, the knock-on effect. Yeah. We've had 2 people or 2 organisations from America contact us. Yeah. One's for mental health issues. One's for, I don't know what they mean on that one. They think I'm crazy. The other one's for anti-bullying. Yeah. And positive messages, and they want us to work with them. And we're in talks about the moment. Either we're going to go over there, expenses paid, hopefully, or they're going to come over here. And discuss how we can get the message, because there's not many, but there are people around, but there's not many people like Leo's genuinity, the message, the life he's been through, to come the other side and still be positive. Yeah. Most people have crashed and burned by then. Yeah. So to get that out there, people want more from you, but that's when the pressure comes. To keep that pressure off you, you've got to be true. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to instill in him. Don't worry about what people want from you. Worry about what you're able to give.
Be honest.
It's different. Yeah. Be totally to yourself. If you're pressured, you're stressed out, you're not going to be yourself. Yeah. So take on what you can give, not anymore. No. Because that's where people fail. They want to please everybody. It's the nicest thing to do, to please everybody, but it kills you.
But it's like music, isn't it? write your music that you like and perform it. If other people like it, that's great.
Yeah.
If other people don't get it,
I said that.
Yeah.
So be it.
I've always said to Martin, my music is the type of music where I'm going to make it, create it, perform it. If you like it, brilliant.
Yeah.
If not, sorry I couldn't please you, but I'm going to continue.
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
don't
it's-
take that as a
yeah, yeah.
back step or
It's-
as a
yeah.
It's not
criticism.
It's definitely.
it's about you, and it has to. Music comes from your soul. No
Indeed.
matter what, where you look at the roots of music, it come from like the kind of the Americans, and and then they brought it over, and the Beatles got hold of it in Liverpool and brought it round the country and that. And it has soul, it has substance, and it comes from poor people, really,
Well, keyword,
moaning about things and issues and stuff, and that's what it's all about.
Keyword, like you've just said, then being the Beatles. I was looking into a documentary about. I'm not too sure which label it was, but they were refused the first label that they approached said it's not. They're not going to break. They're not going to be good enough, and they still continued until somebody scooped them up and went, yeah. And they blew up.
You know why? They heard Stay Positive.
And by the way, you've never heard of Paul Weller, have you?
Oh, Paul
God,
Weller.
man,
I know
Bob
Paul Weller. I know Paul Weller. I'm more like I was. My household. My mum was always playing. Barry White,
Legend.
Frank Sinatra. UB40, Musical Youth. Sanchez going into a bit of reggae. Butcher Banton. I was raised around a household of a lot of reggae, and I embraced. I didn't know about a lot of them, but that's who I embraced at that point. But Barry White's as far as I can go.
So
Paul Weller was the next one.
Paul Weller,
you can't beat a bit of Barry White, mate.
No, he's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend. But I'm currently hooked on Frank Sinatra. I still play it. And I still.
Favourite Frank Sinatra song?
I don't actually know the names.
Sing it. Come on, let's have a bit.
What's the name of it?
My Way. That's Life.
No, it was another one. It was
New York, New York.
I can't remember the word.
I'm hoping you're going to do a little bit more than that.
I can't. I'm not good
At
with
the
the lyrics.
fest.
Time goes by.
As time goes by.
Time goes by.
Yeah.
You must
I'm
remember
practicing
this.
it. It's still in
A
process.
kiss is just a kiss. I don't know the words.
I get kind of scared though when I'm playing it because like sometimes this could be late at night. Parents aren't in.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. That comes on. It's kind of like, is anybody else in the room with me? It's cool though. It's cool though.
Tell me about your Cliff Richard fan club.
Cliff Richard.
I'm joking.
I'm currently worried now.
And are you still writing stuff as well?
Always.
Yeah.
I'm always writing stuff. What I would always say is when it comes in terms of writing, like with certain artists, as well as myself, I wouldn't want to release an EP and release an album and have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Like, why should I release an album in a year and I've experienced nothing throughout that year? I'd rather be in the emotion, have something going on for me to be able to be creative enough to write something.
Yeah.
So when the emotion come and the feelings come, Mark will say, write, and I'll get writing.
Yeah.
However I'm feeling is however I play it, to be honest, and that's how it should be.
Superb. Boys,
Yes.
it's been an absolute pleasure. How are we going to hashtag the P-Fest, by the way?
I think we
gonna
should.
do?
We hashtag
Yep.
KPF 2014.
Okay.
KPF 2014 because it's easier to key in.
Yeah.
Get it trending worldwide.
Yeah.
We're expecting about 3,500 to 4,000 people, but we can accommodate up to 10,000 people. If you want to come, turn up. We're going to be inviting you. You are going to see hospitality at its most natural state ever. It's all about Kingshurst people being real and having some of the most natural, real talents that has been unsigned that you've never heard of.
And you've got a few people that you know of that you're going to make phone calls to.
Yeah. I've
And
got
hopefully-
probably in my mind about 6 acts already.
Yeah.
Some are single solos, some are duos, some are trios as well. I'm going through the list in my mind.
Yeah.
I only want people that are genuine. Mm-hmm. I don't want people that are looking to further themselves because we're going to do a performance.
Yeah.
It's for charity.
It's all free. And
That's first point.
Yep.
That people that don't want to charge for their talent at this stage of their career is what it's all about. Mm-hmm. Not us making manipulating them or trying to get something out of them for nothing. It's not about that.
Yeah,
it's about the cause. It's not about us. The cause we're doing, James Freeman.
Yep.
That is the cause. The day that you're going to get for that cause is by far the most down-to-earth, natural, raw talent, fun, no ego. If you've got an ego, leave it at the door before you come in. We want it to be family-based.
Yep.
And come away from that message and that day thinking, what a day.
Yep.
I hope James does well out of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's where we are. So come along, KPF 2014.
Bring it on, Oosh! Hey, bring it on, Leo. Give me 5, brother.
Oh, yeah, you get a 5
wicked,
for
man.
that.
And you're definitely going to do a stint in the gig there, aren't you?
Yeah. Well,
Probably a couple of spots.
Yeah.
A couple of spots.
Most definitely. You can expect a brilliant, creative,
Yep.
fabulous, energetic, crazy, loving atmosphere on that day.
And I'm going to leave all the tweeting up for you as well, man.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah,
some of
yeah,
them
yeah.
chicks, you
Yeah,
know
man,
what I mean?
I'll bring, if I can fit them through the door, I'll bring them along.
Yeah, that'll do for me, boy. Boys,
Pleasure.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
You too, guys.
Thank you for your time. And thank you, everybody, for listening. Good night. And God bless. Cheers.
Firecracker smacking back along a lost and lonely track. 'Cause I think I've been trapped inside the web of my own truths and lies tonight. You may be lost, you may be found, a fleeting foot on changing ground. So pick a spiral, throw a stone, you won't need no direction home tonight. Find something, lose something, build something, break something, move something, shake something. You might create something right. So please drink from my broken cup and please read from my open book. I don't need much but the same thing back, so please say you can grant me that tonight. Find something, lose something, build something, break something, feel something, fake something. You might create something right. It's not a sin you've given and you had no choice but choose to win or lose and sit outside the game. Watch it spin again tonight. Find something, lose something, build something, break something, heal something, say something, steal something, pay something, feel something, fake something, move something, shake something, love someone, make something, you might create something right. When you lose the things that made you are skewed. The glittering goals that eat at you reside but don't ignite in you.